I'm also saying good morning. So now let's start the topic. So in previous class, we started with the global keyword, 7 a.m. and the functions index. If you watch it, there I said to you the topic of what here types of arguments. Global keyword is completed in the last class. Now we are going to see the globals function. After that, we'll go for the comprehension topic. So let's stop globals concept here. So easy, not a difficult. Let's follow globals functions concept. Online students, am I audible for you, all of you? Am I audible, students? Right. So now let's start the discussion. I hope in the previous topic, we already learned global local variables, global keyword, global function concept we are learning now. So let's consider something like new, others, and Python here. Program for demonstrating the need of program for demonstrating the need of Raju. Program for demonstrating the need of globals function. So here I'm going to talk about one small example here. Software. Program for demonstrating the need of globals concept here. So globals example 1.py. There I will talk about it. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. What did A and B are called? Global variables. Here A and B are called global variables. Global variables here. Okay. So here I'm going to write a DEF, some operation I'm doing, operation. As a part of that, I'm doing here x is equal to 100, y is equal to 200, x is equal to 100, y is equal to 200 I'm doing. Now C is equal to some other kind of operation I'm doing. Some C is equal to A plus B plus X plus Y. A plus B plus X plus Y. What these are comes under? Global variables I'm accessing. Local variables I'm accessing. Local variables I'm accessing X plus Y. In this case, X, Y are called what? X and Y are called, right, local variables. So here, there is no problem in this case. There is no problem in this case regarding when we go for A plus B, X plus Y, PVM is having the clarity over local variables and global variables so that I can print them some result. So sum is equal to, I can print the value as C. So the main point is local variables as well as global variables importance I am talking about. Main program I am talking here, call it as operation now. So I'm going to write it as operation here. You try to, this is a function call. So there I'm trying to run this code. Here global variables and local variables are completely different. Here I'm just accessing the global variable. No need to write which keyword, global keyword, but we are already aware of it. So let us save this. So here I'm writing globals function dot py, globals function example dot py. Go to this place, students, try to save it. Here I'm going to write it. So I'm going to enter into this place. here, CMD, go to this place, run as administrator. Here you are having E colon CD, KVR, Python, 7 AM, CD functions here, py, going to write it. So I'm getting the result as what? 330. So here it is going to be 300. This is going to be 30. So there is no issue. So in this program, what is the point here? I'm writing comment also. In this program, PVM is having clarity in global and local variables. And this you are having already, you used it. A and B we are using, and X and Y we are using. There is no problem. But the point is coming to this place. Let us carry on and see the students. Here I am going to write it. In this place, I am writing global function example 2. Here AB 1020, AB are called global variables. X is equal to 100 I wrote. Now I am taking A is equal to 100. Now this is called B is equal to 200. Now I need to add this statement. Here A and B are called what? Local variables. Now remove this statement and try to start. So how the flow will be? Flow will start line number 4, line number 6, line numbers 5, 6, and it will come to operation. From operation, it will go to where? Sixth line. There I'm going to write it. Enter into A. Earlier A was global. Now it is remembering what? Latest variable A only. Next it is coming to B. Earlier B was 20. Now the B is what? 200. Now if I say C is equal to A plus B, which A plus B will be taken by PVM? Local variables only will be taken by PVM. Local variables only will be taken by PVM, but not global variables. Are you able to get it? So try to save this program. So here I will save it. Coming to this command prompt, execute py2.py here. Let's see the result of it. We are getting 300 only. So this indicates that when global variables and local variables are same in the same function body, then how can I get the global variables along with which variables? Local variables. If I write again A plus B, this ABR belongs to what? Local. This AB also belongs to what? Local. My interest is in the question mark place. In this question mark place, I want to get which variables? Global variables. How to get it? That is my point here. In this case, what is happening? Global variables are different. Local variables are different. I can write with their name because it is having what? Clarity. Distinct names are there. But in this case, what is happening? Global variables plus local variables are having same name. That time if I write A plus B, it is giving preference for what only? Local variables. But what I want also, global variables I need. Then what is the concept required? Suppose if I write a global, PVM forget about what? Local. If I don't write global, PVM remembers what? Local. So at any point of time, only one is remembering. So how to carry both of them? That time we need which concept? Globals concept. So let me write it. Plus I need to write it. Globals of the function name you need to write. Immediately you have to write it. Square bracket open. A I need to write it. Syntax is very, very important. Globals of A I need to write. Plus I need to write what here? Globals of what I need to write? B I need to write. I need to write globals of B. Are you able to follow? So because of globals, PVM refers to what variable? Global variable, and that will be taken as A, you write it. Globals, if I write it, it will look for global variable and it looks for what? B. Those two values are substituted here, plus a plus b is called 100 and 200, and it is going to print the result like a previous. Result like a previous. Are you getting or not? So this is called what concept? Globals. Having in this program, PVM is having, PVM is coming across which concept? PVM is not having clarity, not having the clarity, not having the clarity between global and local variables, local variables, because they are having, they have on which name? Same name. They have one same name. So we can differentiate, we can differentiate, we can differentiate by using which concept? By using which concept? Global's function concept. Clear up? Right. Let me talk about in detail about globals here. So globals we are getting it, globals we are getting it, and we are getting some operation whatever you like it. Is it clear? So what is the concept here? When the local variables and the global variables are same in the same function, I want to refer both of them at one point of time. That time what I will do? Global's function I will use it, and I will write the particular variable names I will do it. That variable name. Let me talk about global's function in detail of it. Let me talk about the global's function in detail of it. I'll go to the new program. I hope it is more clear. Next, let me go to the one more kind of thing, Python here. So I'll take it something like, say taking here, the function name I will take it, globals example3.py, globals example3.py, there I'm taking A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. As usual, they are called which variables? Global variables. Now I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. Both of them are global variables. So here I'm going to write it. DEF, get global variables. Get global variables. I'm just writing it. Get global variables. I'm just writing it. Inside of that, I want to get it global variables information which are available in the program. So what are the global variables present in my program? AB. Sometimes I don't have any type of global variables. To this Python program, to every Python program, this is called our Python program. Some global variables may be there. That is the program related global variables will be there. Do you know, students, to the Python program, some implicit invisible global variables also available. Implicit invisible global variables also available. This is very, very important. Implicit invisible global variables are also present. Around 6 to 7 global variables are present, which are invisible for you. Example, this is your function. For your function, these AB are called what? Global variable. Along with the global variable, there are some implicit global variables are available. Like, for example, for every, as you know one thing well, every Python program, if you want to start learning, modules are important or not? Modules. So out of that, so many number of modules are available in Python. One of the module will be imported by default. The module which is imported by default, built-ins. First time we are going to get it. Built-ins, built-ins. This is the name of the module which is by default imported to every Python program. Like ID of, next is called like a type of, like so many len of, print of. These are all called functions. These are all belongs to what? Built-ins. Suppose import calendar. Calendar dot month of we are writing. But this calendar is called module. Next, import math. Math dot sign of 90. So these are all called our functions belongs to module. And we are using ID function, max function, type function. So many number of functions we used it. All these functions belongs to what? One predefined module which is imported to every Python program which is known as built-ins. What are the built-ins? default Python module, which is imported to every Python program. That Python program which is importing by default, that is called definitely one global variable to the program. So how to get the global variables of the program? So for that, there is one function name is available called what? Globals. What is the name of the function? Globals. This globals function returns, let us remove the comment for our global variables also. The globals function, I'm not writing any of the variable name. Earlier I wrote what? Lay like this, I wrote it. I'm not writing. Globals function returns a variable name, returns a variable name. That variable name is containing global variable name followed by global variable value, global variable value. Globals function returns the pair of values in such a way that global variable name plus global variable value will be returned. That will be kept into the left side variable. That left side variable is of type dict. Which type it is? Dict type it is. How many global variables are present? The variables which are present in your program, there are some invisible global variables are present. That global variables also will present in the left side variable. One of the global variable I said what? What is the one of the global variable? Module name. What is the default module name? Built-ins. Your function called what? Your function called print function. You know, print is a function. And the next is len is a function. Len is a function. ID is a function. And the type is a function. Pin is a function. You have seen so many number of functions so far. All these functions which I'm directly calling are by default belongs to which module? Built-ins. So built-ins is visible to every Python program. It is definitely one global variable only, global module only, like that. And our function name is also called what? Our function name is also one of the object of which type? Function type. Function type. Beginning syntax level I said. And plus, if I write any type of documentation, if I provide any documentation, something like some description, I will write it. Some description, I will write it. That description is also going to be called as what? One more type of global variable. So like that, there are so many number of global variables are coming which are invisible. What are the visible global variables? A and B. Actually, this is enough. This is enough. But I'm trying to tell you here, globals is a function. It is not only giving the global variable name in the left side variable, it can also give it in the form of invisible global variable. So how can I tell you that? Still question mark faces are there. This is your family. This is your house. This is your house. So you are the children in the house, children in the home. So you are all children in the home. And for you, your parents are available. Your parents. So for you people, global variables are what? Your parents. Correct? And your parents is also there. They are called what? Grandparents. Grandparents are also called what? Global variables for you. Correct. Now, this entire house is available into one locality. That locality will contain what? One MLA will be there, one MP will be there, and one CM will be there. One PM is also there. But are they present in your home? No, but they're also global for you. These are all called which variables? Invisible they are called. Not visible, they are invisible. Some natural resources are also available, natural resources. They are also invisible global variables. But we never bother about all these things. We bother about our program related global variables only. Are you able to follow? That global variables I am going to show you now. Can I show now? All these global variables are present into which variable? Left side variable called what? KVR. That I want to go for printing it. What is the type of global variable I said? Big type I said. Global variable name, value. Global variable name, value. That will be placed. Type of what? KVR here. Type of KVR here. Now I am writing the main program here. Main program I am writing. What is the main program here I am getting? Get global variables. I am going to get it here. See students, you try to run this code, try to run this code. So I'm going to say global variable example 3.py, run this code. See here, py, see students, what is the type? Dict type. Dict type. What is the dict type holds? What is the dict type holds? Global variable name, global variable value. So I'm going to write it DOBJ. DOBJ. Here DOBJ is what type? DOBJ is of type class dict. So I hope you are following me. Are you able to follow? Now I want to go for getting the data. How do you print this data? Simply you say DOBJ, you print it. A biggest information will be coming and you don't worry about it. I will print properly. See the beginning and then ending, you see ending. And what is this now? Name, main, doc, none, package. Like that it is written. I will print in the proper format. How do you print? How do you print? Print off. So I'm going to write it. Some statement I'm writing here. Some statement I'm writing. What I'm writing over there. Here I'm going to say print off. What is this? Um, invisible, invisible, and programmer defined global variables. Variables. There I'm going to write it. How do you write this now? We are trying to write this kind of things. So there I'm going to write. How do you write it? Print that global variable name, comma, global variable value in where dobj dot items, items. There I'm going to write it. Print of backslash d, some arrow I'm writing, dot format of GVN, global variable name, comma, global variable value, global variable value. Try to run this now. See this now carefully. What is happening? What is happening here? Name is a global variable. I already said in the beginning, every Python program starts from where? Main. But you need not write main. That is called one invisible global variable or not? Yes. How you can write it? That I already said to you how to write it. Underscore underscore doc, documentation. I did not write any documentation here. Triple double quotes doc string. I did not write. Easy. Under package, no package is using here. Loader, nothing to worry. Specification, annotation, built-ins. What are the built-ins? Module called built-in, which is one of the predefined module. Implicit module imported to every. What is our file is from? What is the file name? Globals function. There is also kind of one global variable. Cached memory none. A value 10, B value 20. Our global variable names. And get global variable names. It is also one object of which type? Function type. So except these two, rest of them are not necessary to bother about it. Are you following? So only one place interview may be asking, how do you get the invisible global variables? That time this is useful to you. How do you get your global variables? Globals of A, globals of B. So are you able to understand this entire thing? Now globals function gets what? Global variable of present program plus global variables of invisible also. Now I want to print today. I want to print today something like this. What I want to print it, observe it now. What I want to print it, you observe it now. Here I am writing. Programmer defined variables. Programmer defined global variables. How to print them? Print of global variable A. A. Global variable A. Dot format of what I am saying, what I am writing, dot format of A. Or if you feel difficulty about it, comma, what I can write it. Dict obj, that is available in dict obj as a key comma value pair. Dobj dot, dobj dot of what I can write it, of I can write what? A. A. Dobj is equal to what? Globals. Globals of. This is called one of the way. I am writing way number one. Dobj of A. Next I will print it what here? Global variable B. Global variable B. I'm writing B. I'm writing here B. Execute this data. Execute this program. So got it. 1020. We're able to follow. Right. Go to the place. Next, another way I will define students. Another way I will get it. What is the another way I'm getting? Another way I'm getting. Where I'm going to write it. DOBJ dot. One more way is what? Get off. Get off A. Get off A. I'm writing. DOBJ dot what? Get off B. I'm writing. Get off B. I'm writing. This is a way number two. Way number two. Global variable A. Get off A. Global variable B. Get off B. I will execute this code. See this now. Got it. Way number two. Are you following? This type of syntaxes I already said to you. Pass the key and get the value. Another way is what? Way number three. I will go for way number three. Way number three. What is the way number three? Here, I will write it in place of DOBJ. What I can write it simply? Globals. I can write it globals. Globals of that will give you dictionary. Dot get off that. I will write it what here? Globals of dot get off B. Way number three. These are all ways and means. So I got the third way also. The fourth way, last and final, I'm going to show. What is that fourth way? Is going to be, what is that? A, like our model which I used in the program. Go to the place. Here I will write it. B, I wrote it like this. Understand? So global soft, remove that. Of course, required. Way number four. Way number four. Got it. Way number four. 1020. We got the details. How many ways I got it? Four ways. This is the significance of each function. Globals. Now go to the place. Observe it now. Local variables and global variables are same. How do you get it now? A is equal to 10, C is equal to 30, D is equal to 40. What are A, B, C, D are called? Come on. Global variables. A, B, comma, C and D are called global variables. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. C is equal to 300, D is equal to 400. What is this A, B, C, D are called? A, comma, B, comma, C and what? D are called local variables. What I will write it now? Tell me. Some x, something like x is equal to a plus b plus d. D. What is this variables gives you local or global? Local. I want to get what variables also? Global variables. How do I get it? I will write it first one. Globals of A. Like this I can write one model plus one more way. Globals of dot get of what? B. B. This is one more way. Plus rest of the ways I will carry like this only. So I hope that you are following what is this? C and then what? D. Got it? Globals dot. Globals of this way. And I will print what here? X I will print it. So this is going to be 100. This is going to be 1,000. So let us run this globals function 2. Globals function 2, you run it. So I got my 1100 or not? Understood? Well, so if I write only this part, it will give you what only? It will give you what only? Local variables only will be taken. 1,000 is an answer is coming. But we need to go for what? Globals also I need. I think you're getting clarity with the globals function. Clear? Yes. Online students, is it clear for all of you students? Respond. Quickly respond. So here, I'll go to the functions. I'll go to the functions here. I'll get it. Globals function here. Look at all of you start understanding. When we come across same global variable names and a local variable names in same function definition, then PVM gives preference for local variables, but not for global variables. In this context, to extract or retrieve the values of global variable names along with the local variable names, we must use a globals function, and it returns an object of class dict. This dict object stores global variable names as keys and global variable values as values of value. So syntax: global variable 1, global variable 2, global variable n. And these are called what? Local variables. Variable 1, value 1, 1. Variable 2, value 2, 2. Variable n is equal to value n, n. So variable 1, variable 2, variable n are called local variables. Extract the global variable values. Call which function? Globals. How to call it? Four ways. Dict obj of value 1, dict obj of get, globals of variable 1, globals of get of variable 1. Understand? Any one of the way you can use it. This is something like a concept of what? Globals function. Very, very important concept, and no confusion about the concept of this globals here, because every interviewer will ask the questions on global variables. So I hope that it is more clear about this part. Clear up? So global variables and local variables, global keyword and a globals concept. So are you able to follow now? So, so coming to the who is that? Manas Ranjan Patra. Is there any way to list all global variables which are defined explicitly in program? Is there any way to list all global variables which are defined explicitly in the program? Ranjan Patra, where are you? I don't know. But already this is called what program? Is it not listing of all the global variables? And this is called which program? This one is, what is this program is called? Invisible plus visible. Invisible plus our program variables. And what about this? Explicitly, our variables I'm giving way number 1, way number 2, way number 3, way number 4. That's why I'm getting irritation when that kind of answers are coming. So is it explained or not? This is something, this is nothing but what? I'm printing the global variable values. If you don't know the English, it's a problem. I mean, all the variable names, you can print it. What is there? You need to read the notes first. You need to read notes first. Then only you can get the subject. Otherwise, you cannot get it. First of all, you must read the notes. Otherwise, becoming waste. So look at here. I'm going to write it. Here I said already. I said DOBJ, you write it. It is going to give you what? Only what? Variable names. If you don't know subject, it is a very much danger. And DOBJ gives you what? Let me show you. And first of all, you must realize the subject. You must realize my notes. So see the answer now. GVN DOBJ. It will print what? All the variable names. First of all, you must read my notes. Then only your life is super. Otherwise, it becomes problem. Execute 3.py. 3.py. Is it not all called global variable names? They are all called global variable names only. So this is one way. One more way is what? Not what? Keys. This is also one more way. This is the second way. All of them are done. So this is where it is done. Not today. It was already explained in where? Dict concept only. Dict concept only explained. Not today. This is explained in the data types only. Go to the dict data type. You see predefined functions. There is a special points are there. All the special points explained. Items here, what is there? Values. And next is what? Keys. D1 dot keys. All of them are explained. Not now. It was explained very long back only. Special points you see for X in D1, only D1 keys are coming. For X in D1, D1 dot get, D1 dot X. So many points are explained. Not to today concept. This was already explained. So take care and read the notes and then understand the class. Okay, now this is about concept of what? Local and then global variables. Already explained. Again asking the same thing, meaningless. Now I'm going to enter into the comprehension concept. So I'm introducing comprehension concept today. So let us start about how to go for this comprehension concept. So concept is ready. The globals related kind of concept is completely explained, and that's very important in real-time standards. Let me go to the comprehension concept. What is the special advantage of comprehension concept? That before going to tell you that, before going to tell you this importance, simply I want to tell you the syntax. First syntax I will tell you so that you will understand the purpose of comprehension mechanism within few minutes. Right now, don't worry. Let me talk about various types of syntaxes first. So syntax number two, syntax number three, I want to tell you. Of course, once you know one syntax, other syntax will be dead easy. Carefully try to follow. Variable name is equal to, variable name is equal to, I am writing square brackets here. Square brackets I am writing. Here I will write it. One more thing I will write it. Here in this case, syntax number two I am coming. Variable name is equal to square bracket I am getting. Square bracket I am getting. Here I am getting one more kind of thing. Also same thing I am writing. Also same thing I am writing. Let me start taking about the concept here. Here I am writing expression one. Expression one. Very careful students. For loop. All the students in the online must remember, must need to understand carefully. For loop, for loop, I will write it if condition, if test condition. That's all. If test condition. For loop. You know, for loop means what? For variable name in what object? Iterable object. You know, I hope you know this syntax. Okay. Anyhow, I want to write it. So expression one for loop variable name in iterable object if condition. So here this same thing I will write it here also. I will write it here also. Same thing I will write it here also. Here also I can write the another part also. This also I will write in expression one colon expression two I am writing here. Expression two I am writing. This mechanism is called list comprehension. This mechanism is called set comprehension. This mechanism is called dict comprehension. Dict comprehension. Let me talk about how they are working. First, understand the working style. Later, you can understand the importance of it. If you look at this syntax, first PVM will come to where? For loop. PVM will come to for loop. So for loop, what will be taken here? From the iterable object, for loop will take what? First value or not? After taking first value, it will go to which condition? Test condition. Here I will write some sort of condition. I will tell you the coding also. If the test condition is true, if the test condition is true, straightforward it will come to what? Expression one. It will evaluate whose value kept into where? Variable name. That is the first iteration. Second time it will go to what next? Again variable name. For loop it will go. Second value will be taken. It will go to where again? Test condition. Test condition is once again what? True. It will go back to what again? Expression one. It is evaluated, adding the second item also to the left side variable. Left side variable is holding all kinds of values of same type, different type, all the types. So it is known as which type? List type. Second item also over. Third one I am going to get it. For loop gets the third one. Third value coming. Go to the test condition. Third time it is what? False. Once it is false, it won't go to where? Expression one. It will go to once it is false, it will go to where? For loop it will go again. It will go to the for loop again. Fourth item will be taken. It will go to where again? Test condition. Test condition is again false. It will go to the for loop only. Fifth item will be taken. Fifth item after that go to test condition. Test condition is true. That time it will go to where? Expression 1. Evaluated. Keep the result in where? Variable name. Are you able to understand? This is the practical execution statement of what? Test condition, and this is known as what? List comprehension we can call. Sir, what is the special advantage we are getting? I'll tell you that. Look at first, did you understand this concept? And here, writing test condition, if test condition is going to be optional, I may write a test condition, I may not write test condition. If I don't write test condition, what is happening? For every value of a for loop, it will go to where? Expression. Every value it will go to the expression. Every value it will go to the expression. But whenever I write the test condition, on the basis of true only, it will go to expression 1. It is applicable for rest of them also. This is called a set comprehension we can call. This is called a set comprehension. Set comprehension. It is known as what? Dict comprehension it is called. Dict comprehension it is called. Dict comprehension it is called. I hope you are following me. So how this execution flow is? How this execution flow is? First it will come to where? Come on everybody. For loop. For loop. It will go to where? Test condition. If test condition is true, where it will go? Expression 1 and evaluated and keep the result in where? That will be a list here. This will be a set here. This will be a dict here. Tuple comprehension is not there. Can I go to an example here? So let us take a simple example, student. Now I am going to take it. One best example I will tell you. Look at that. I am having LST is equal to 10 minus 20 and then 30 minus 40 and 50, 60 minus 70, 0, 34. This is my data. What is my code here is write a Python program for obtaining which values? Positive values. Positive values I want to go for it. Tell me now, how do you write the code? PS values is equal to, follow my syntax. Follow my syntax. Simply follow my syntax. I'll open that. I'll close this. Start. For loop I will write it. For value in where? LST. What is the first value? Then goes to where? Goes to where? Test condition. I need to write test condition. What is the test condition? Value greater than what? 0. If value greater than 0, true na false? True. It will go to what? Expression 1. Simply I will write what? Val only. What is the val here? 10. Put it in where? PS vals. PS vals contains what value? 10. Next for loop will take what? Second element. What is the second element? Minus 20. Go to where? If minus 20 greater than 0, false. Go to where? For loop. What is the for loop next value? 30. 30 go to where? If condition. 30 greater than 0, true. What is that goes to? Expression 1, value 30. Kept in where? Right. Next go to where again? Minus 40. Minus 40 for loop. Minus 40 greater than 0, false. Go to where? For loop. What is the value? 50. 50 greater than 0, true. Go to where? Value. Kept in where? PS value. Next one, 60. 60 greater than 0, true. Keep the 60 value here. Minus 70. Minus 70 greater than 0, false. Go to the next value, 0. 0 greater than 0, false. Next 34. 34 greater than 0, true. And keep it, go to value and keep it in where? Is it not called filtering my data? So if it is a normal program, what you will do? If it is a normally, how do you write a Python program? PS values is equal to like this. I need to write for value in where? LST. I need to write what? If val greater than 0, val greater than 0. Now I will write it PS vals. PS vals dot append of val, PS vals dot append of val. Definitely I have to write multiple lines of statement. That takes more time. That takes more time. This will be the ultimate optimized version of the normal coding. I think you are following me. So coming to the point back, this is one thing. Suppose one more example, I will go for it. One more example. LST is equal to 2, 3, 5, 6, minus 4, and something like 12, like this. Somebody is asking to get the square of every number. Square of every number. Square of every number means what? Expected output. Expected output is like this. See the expected output here, 4, 4, comma 9, comma what? 25, comma what? 36, comma 36, comma what? 16, comma what? 144, 144. Like that I want to get it. This data I want to get it. How do you write it? Normally I can write it. What is that? SQ list is equal to, SQ list is equal to like this for value in where LST, and I will do it what? P SQ list is equal SQ list dot append of value star star 2 I can write it. Star star 2 I can write it. 3 lines of code, I don't want to waste my time. I want to do it. This entire thing is what? SQ list is equal to, I want to write it. For loop I will take it. For value in where LST, for value in LST, if condition I am not writing, simply I will write what? Val star star 2. That's all. Finished. Are you able to follow? This will go for the purpose of comprehension concept is which will allows us to write concise code. Optimized code is supposed to be written by using what? Comprehension concept. So comprehension concept will take optimization to the normal Python coding. Able to understand? So this concept is comes under optimization purpose we use it. Understand? So online students, I hope you are understanding the meaning of what is meant by normal code and what is meant by optimization code. So let us go to the example now. Suppose now I want to go for reading the data from the keyboard. Do you remember how to read the data from the keyboard in our programs? Do you remember? Let me show you under the functions. So go to the place under the functions, I will take it. So there I think so, read values. There is a program called what? Read values. So here I wrote it. I think in the loops I said to you, go to the loops. There I will go to the place. Read values. Yes, this is the way. Read values code you see. That time also I said to you, this is called what? Reading the values. That days I asked you, how many lines of code on it? Do you remember that? 3 to 12, 9 lines of code I said. For reading, I wrote these many number of lines of code. In one more way, what you wrote it, read values too. Infinitely you are writing the code. Infinite way, you are taking some special symbol and you are writing it. This is almost 8 lines of code you have written. Instead of writing these many lines of code, I want to write it simply what? In one line, I will finish my task. How? By using comprehension concept. How to do that? Now I'm going to explain that part. Shall I start now? How to read the values from the keyboard? You have written these many lines of code. I want to simply write in the one line of code. I want to write it. Let us follow that very carefully. Now I'm going to say, as usual, now I'm going to take it, reading the data from the keyboard. First, I start that example with that program for reading, program for reading the values from keyboard, What concept I am using earlier? I used a concept called what? Loops. Traditional Python programming I was written. Here also traditional Python programming I wrote. Today I want to write it with what? Comprehension concept. Here I will write it. First of all, I'll start the code normally. Later I will reduce the code into single line. First of all, I will take it. X is equal to input of. X is equal to input of. And before that, I will say print of enter list of values. List of values. I said like this. And whatever the list of values I am entering, enter list of values separated by space. I wrote like this. This is my style of accepting list of values infinitely separated by space that are read by what? Input function, and print them there x comma what? Type of x. Which type that is? So list comprehension example1 dot py. What is the type of x? ఎందుకు ఆయన బొద్దుబోగులు మీరంతా? str. It is an str. Already explained for you. Already explained in the class. So this I will keep it. This I'll keep it in a separate folder. Comprehension technique. Comprehension technique. So inside of that I will save this comprehension technique. Let us go to the place. CD come out of that. CD comprehension I am taking. Try to run this. Py. What is happening? Enter list of values separated by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, minus 23, whatever you like it. All of them you enter. All these values are treated by the PVM as a single line only. That will be read by what? Input. Put it into the left side variable. Left side variable is of which type? str type. ఎక్కడ చెప్పాను అది? Go to the 7 AM. Data read here. Nodes, reading the data dynamically, input function. This function is used for reading any type of data from keyboard placed in the LHS variable whose type is str. If you don't read my notes now, 1 rupee also you will not get it. If you read the notes, you will become a good candidate. Otherwise, you will not fit for anything else. I'm telling to you directly in the class. So execute that and press enter key. It is going to print everything in the form of which type? str type. So this entire data is holding in the single variable called what? X. Well, that data I want to split. I want to split. Which is splitting? Split by space, split by delimiter. I already explained to you split function. Split word separator, default space, and hyphen separator, hash separator, and string handling 2 I said. String handling 2 I said. Are you following me? How do you do that? X dot split off. X dot split off. X dot split off. It is going to put it into where? Left side variable. What is the left side variable type? Lister. I will take it as what? Vals. I'll take it as vals. Print that vals. And a type of vals. Run the code. Now see that. Is it not printing the list of values now? Printing the list of values. I got list of values. Which type these are all called? str type. But I want to prepare with what? Int. I want to get int or floats. What we will do to get it in the form of int or floats? What we will do? I have to write it definitely one more for loop. So numerical values is equal to what should I do? Like this I wrote empty for value in where? Vals. NUM vals is NUM vals dot append of, float of, or int of, whatever it is. What? Val. And print later. What is this? Here num vals, comma what? Type of what? Num vals. This is what we are going to get it into this place. Here I am going to write it. Execute this now. See students, execute that. enter these values. I'm getting into which type? List type with completely what? Numerical values. With completely what? str values. Go to the place here, students. If you want, you can write float also, no problem. Float. So you execute that. You got it. Float values 0.0, 0.0, 0.0, you will get it. So this is called what? Traditional coding you have written. Now I'll start the reducing process. Start reducing process. Be careful. What is the meaning of vals here? Vals. Vals is called what? X dot split or not? I will take in place of vals x dot split. I will take x dot split. Here I am writing x dot split. That statement I am not writing. That statement I am not writing. X dot split. What is my x? Got the input from where? Keyboard. I was splitting that. What is prepared there? List. That's list. It is preparing the values with the splitting. Right or not? From there, get the first value, get the second value, get the third value, get the fourth value. Like that, I am getting it. Num values dot append of what? Float of value. And I'm printing the value here. Are you following me? Let us run. Let us run this code. So enter these values. What I got it? Completely, I got the values in where? List. Next, going. What is X? What is X? Input of. This also I will eliminate. This line I will eliminate. This input of I am writing. Where I am writing? In X place. So what is happening because of that? Come on. What is input of? Reading the complete data in the form of string. Immediately what are you doing? Splitting, which will prepare what? List of values. From that list of values, what we are doing? We are getting the first value. Get that first value. Typecast it to float and append it to whom? Num values. Are you understanding? Reading the data, str type, splitting the data in the form of list. From that list, our for loop starts taking the data. Then execute, say here, I say 45, 67, 100, like that. See that everything is coming list only. Now, be careful. After that, next what? Nothing. This is only the final code. This is called what? Traditional Python code. This I'm trying to reduce. This part I don't want to write. I don't want to write. This part I don't want to write. This part I don't want to write. Only keep the for loop over there. Now I'll plan for what? Comprehension. What is the comprehension technique? Variable name is equal to, where is that concept? Variable name is equal to expression. For loop is already there. For loop is already there. For loop is already there. Variable name is called what? KVR is equal to, I'm writing here, writing like this. For loop is there. Close it. Starting and closing. What is the value? Come on, how it is working? Input. Get the values. Split them. It is getting what? List of values. Get the first value. Go to where? Left side variable. What I should write it there? Float of val. Why float of val? Val is what? str. Now I'm typecasting to what? That is called what? Expression 1. More than enough. Print of what? KVR comma. KVR comma. Type of KVR. Beautiful. Execute. Finished. Py. List comprehension. 23, 45, 12, 6, 78, 90. Got it. And what is this now? List. Are you getting or not? So, coming to the point of it, how many lines I was written in? Just 3 lines of code is written. Just 3 lines. So, if you want, I will write it in single line also. I write this is a normal line only. This entire thing, I will write it here. And if you are so genius in the coding, I will write here. మీరు జీనియస్ అయితే గేను ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ జీనియస్ యు రైట్ ఆర్ యు జీనియస్ మనకంత సీన్ లేదు ఆర్ యు జీనియస్ మనకంత లేదు అసలు So are you genius? No. See that, write that code. So if we go to that, enter the list of values separated by spaces. Got the data. And if you go for participating in hackathons, and they will see what? Your efficiency in coding. Efficiency in coding. If you write kilometers of code, tons of lines of code, they'll say go and live in 19s. So all you need what? Subject of power of improving the quality of coding. Understand? First of all, people are not knowing these days coding also. Zero coding and expecting software job. Impossible. Are you getting this? So what is this now? LST. This is called LST I am writing. This is called LST I am writing. And type of what? LST. What is this concept is called? List comprehension. We got the data. We got the data. So look at that. Enter the data. 100, 200, 300, 400, minus 500, 125. Am I getting the list of values or not? So earlier I wrote how many lines of code? I wrote 9 lines of code. I wrote almost some 6 lines, 7 lines of code. But today I wrote how many lines? Do you know how it works? Don't buttify. First it will come to where? Input of. That will read the list of values in the form of str. Do what? Split off. What is prepared because of that list of values? Iterable update. For loop takes the first value. Go to the left side variable and put it into where? Left side. Got it now? Fine. Let us go to the one more example. Online students, are you comfortable? Students in online, are you comfortable, students? Simple. Very, very easy. I will go for applying what? If condition I will apply. If condition. If condition I will apply. Let us carry this now. See that program for getting what values? Positive values I want to get it. For example, positive values. Come on, comprehension 2. Reading the values from keyboard and obtains which values? Positive values. Positive value, students. How simple it is. Enter the list of values separated by space. Separated by comma on term today. Separated by what? Comma. What I will write in the splitter? Comma I will write it. Comma. What I will do? If, come on, value greater than 0. So you are definitely not a genius. You are early man, you are early man. Because this is what it is, what is the type here? STR. I already said here it is a float. Again you are saying value of. If you write like that, what you will get? It type error will come. So such a carefulness, if it is not there, how can you survive? మీరు ఎట్లా సర్వైవ్ అవుతారు? How can you live? So go to the place, save this code, look at that, execute, you see the error, py, see this now, 12 comma minus 23 comma 45 comma 67 comma minus 6 comma minus 23 comma 0 comma 40 40 40, like that error is coming. Type error. This is not possible to compare between str and int. Here this is the lines you see, cap symbol, error. So you should be so careful enough. How can you get this type of extraordinary coding? By going for what? Typecasting. What is the typecasting? Float of what? Well, execute now. Perfect. Go to the place, enter the data, got positive values only. Got positive values. So here I will write it. Here I will write it. List of what values? Positive values is equal to dot format of what? Come on. So PS list I will write it. PS list. I will write it PSLST. Then I will go to one more I will write it, students. List of which values? Negative values also I will write it. What is the negative value code I will write it? Here I will write it. NG list. NG list is equal to negative values list is equal to less than I am writing. Less than I am writing. Negative values. I'm writing here NJ list. Execute that py. So I'm writing there. You run this code. Enter the list of values. I got it. What happens? So I hope that input of okay. This is for one thing. No doubt, students. So this is for one thing, and this is one more thing. This is expecting for one term because it is expecting input or not. So two times I am reading. Two times I am reading. So here got that. Again you enter the same thing. I got positive values and I got negative values separately. Are you following? So this is the concept of what? How it is working with comprehensive mechanism for list. And you can apply the same mechanism for list also. How do you apply for list, student? Look at, suppose if I go for set, reading the values from the keyboard, set a comprehension example. I'm just taking this bracket, say taking this bracket and let it be, okay, S1 or S1 I am writing. So I'm writing simply called what? S1 I am writing. And here I am writing S1. S1 I am writing. Try to run this now. Save this code. Save this code. Execute this part here. Py, set comprehension. Enter the values here. 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So set comprehension will give you what values? Unique values only. Unique values. No order will be maintaining. Elements will come, but it can't say that this is the same order will come. Values are coming. 40 came, 10 came one time, 50, 20, 60, 30 came, but two times 10 will not come. So if you want to get unique values from the keyboard to read, go for what? Set. Getting my point? Dict, I want to get it. Dict. Set comprehension, you know. I want the dict comprehension. What is my concept is? Very, very simple, student. My concept is very simple. How beautiful it is. Dict comprehension I'm going to. What is my requirement today? Program for reading the values from keyboard and find their squares. Find their squares. Number of square, I want to get it. How do you do that? Simple, students. Enter the list of values separated by what? Space. Same. You get it. And here I will do what? Float value, colon. What I will do? Float of what? Value star 2. Expression 1 colon what? Expression 2. Expression 1 colon expression 2. What is this colon expression 2? This is called what? Key. This is called what? Value. And this is called what? DOBJ. DOBJ. DOBJ, comma what? Type of DOBJ. DOBJ. Simple, students. Simple example. Go to the place, execute, PY, DictOBJ. 1, 3, 4, minus 4, minus 5, minus 12, and minus 5 already there. Minus 8, some 0, and then what, something like 8. So I got it what? 1, 1.0, 3, 9, 6, 36, minus 5, 25. Like that I am getting it. How do you print the data in a proper manner? How do you print a proper manner? Print of some values I am taking. First directly print it. For what is this? Num, comma what? SQ value in where? TOBJ dot items of print of what? Backslash t. Num you are printing, and then what you are printing? Square. Dot the format of what? Num comma SQ value printed. Try to execute. You see this answer now. 2, 5, 6, and then minus 2, and then minus 6, and then minus 12. Like this you see. And all the numerical values one side, and you are getting the squares in other side. Are you getting it? What concept it is? Dicta comprehension. Dicta comprehension. Suppose if you are looking for what? Only positive values square sum, positive square sum you want to do. Positive square sum you want to do. What you will do? If condition I will add. If condition. How do you write it? If float of value greater than 0. Simple float of value. So I will write it something like this. So these are all greatest coding students. Comprehension technique is dead easy actually. Go to that. Now I'm going to take it. 2.py. 2.py. Get that part. Py. See this answer. I have positive value 0 and then what 0 and then 0. 0 and then minus 6 you see. Minus 6 is already there. Minus 9 you see. Only positive values got it. What is the important role there? What is an important role there? If condition. If condition. Right or not? Next, I want to find out list of words. These are all called very, very important hacker ranker related things on comprehension. Program for reading words. Program for reading words from keyboard and find their length. Find their length. Find their length. Dicta comprehension example 3.py. Come on, remove first of all. Tell me, enter list of words. Tell me, list of words separated by what? Space. Separated by comma. I'll say comma. Tell me. Words is equal to curly bracket open, curly bracket close. Mudubavulu, come on. For loop, I will write it. For loop, for word in input dot split of comma, comma. Because of that, words are started reading. Understand? If condition I am not writing, why condition is not necessary? Here I will do what? Word I want plus word length I want. How do I get it now? Word colon len of word. Beautiful, beautiful. This is a concise code. Otherwise, I would write a traditional for loop. Print of what? Words, comma, type of what? Words. Execute 3.py. 3.py. How simple it is. Py. So cat, rat, mat, bat. So cat, rat, mat, bat. Are you following? Next, you try to run it Python, Java, C, and C++, C++, and Django, Django. Like that. I'm getting all the words. Simple. How do you get it? In another way. In another way. For. What is this? Word, comma, what? WLEN in where? Words dot. Items of. Items of. Print of what? Backslash T. Word and print its length. Dot the format of what? Word, comma, WLEN. WLEN. Print of some line closing. Print of some line closing. And this is closing here. Execute it, students. See this now. Execute it. Got the words. Getting or not? So comprehension is easy or difficult? Easy. It is a comprehension is easy. So this bracket and the syntax, if you see, you can easily understand the importance of that. If you look at this kind of thing, only bracket is like a dict only, but it is an expression one only available. That is called what? Set. There is no tuple comprehension. And this is not one day topic. Very regularly I will use it. Even in NumPy class also I will use it. Right? So this is, I'm trying to take it. I'm trying to take it. Tuple comprehension. Actually tuple comprehension not there ma. See that I'm changing this bracket. I'm changing this bracket like this. It is not a tuple bracket. It is a tuple bracket. but it is not going to be, because some people are saying tuple comprehension. That is a blunder. Let us look at this. S1 is not going to give any content. Memory address will come. This type is called what? The generator, not a tuple. Previously, I was in list, dict, list, set, and this is not a tuple. It is a generator. See, students, P1. See this now. Enter the list of values separated by space. See that it is called what? Generator. Tuple comprehension not there, sir. Why tuple comprehension not there, sir? First value coming or not? Keeping in S1. Second value coming, keeping in S1. So going on adding to the tuple. Is it possible to add going on adding to the tuple? Because tuple is what? So immutable object never allows item changes or not. But a list allows, set allows, dict allows. Because all of them are what? That's all. That's why here set is what? Here S1 is an object, is an object of class generator. Generator. So do what, students? Convert generator. Don't worry about generator. In the class I'll explain. Generator, iterator, decorator. That is the modern topics I'll explain. Convert a generator object into which type? Tuple object by using, hmm, typecasting concept by using what? Tuple of. Come on, T is equal to what? Tuple of S1. Print of what? T1 comma type of T1. Execute. Hmm? Not T1. Okay, T or T1. Whatever you use it, same. You need to use it. PY. See, students. So got it. What is this now? Tuple coming or not? But originally, what is this? That's why even in my notes also, I mentioned it. List comprehension, set comprehension, dict comprehension, tuple comprehension not there. And this comprehension is not one day topic. I will use regularly in my program. I will use it in anonymous functions. Many places I will use it. So what is an advantage of comprehension? We can write as concise code, optimized code we can write with the comprehension. What is the syntax of comprehension? Variable name, either square bracket or dict bracket with expression 1, expression 2 or set bracket. For loop, condition. If you want a condition, you can write it. Otherwise, condition writing is optional. So this notes and all those things I will send it to you. Okay now? So tomorrow class when I come back, we will go for what? Anonymous functions I will introduce. Anonymous functions we can introduce. Are you able to follow? So Asif, else part is not there. Only if statement I said. If else, if if, match case, all those things will not work out. If condition only. I wrote it already if condition only. Again, else, match case, Hyderabad, Bangalore, it will not come. It will come only if condition only. It will not come other things. Okay now? So I'll stop my class and tomorrow class we go for anonymous functions. So 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Are you coming to the 6 o'clock class? Yesterday class is taken place? No, some disturbance was there. So you also enjoyed that sound and everything. So do practice and come evening class. Thank you. All the best. Or in the online, any doubts? Ishwar, that is the batch which is started now. There is no alternative. At present, there is no alternative. At present, there is no alternative. Okay, so that you have to attend. Okay, Mahari Priya. So take care and don't miss the class tomorrow. Very very important session. And today evening also try to attend the sessions. Yes, Krishna. Yes, that time only. Evening 6 o'clock. 6:20 session will start. So 2131240004. It is a part of the Python only. It is a part of the Python only. NumPy pandas is a part of Python only. Right. Yeah, Ishwar. So you are working. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you for your compliments. So that is important. NumPy pandas is important because that batch will start after every 4 months once. So that you have to attend. That is my advice. Okay, students, take care and I'll upload the notes. All of you download and take care. Right.